throughout the years so far, Sonic is in a pretty good position right now. We got good reviews of Sonic Frontiers, decent reviews for Sonic Superstars, and we got some banger stuff with Sonic X Shadow Generations. But outside the content, many content creators that like the franchise have been openly minded to create games that look and play much better than the actual Sonic games. Of course, there's fan games, and then there are another type of games, Roblox games. Yes, I'm not joking. Some Sonic Roblox games do better than most other official Sonic games, and it's very surprising. Which there are multiple of them, which would Despicable Forces, Sonic Speed Simulator. There's many. However, there is one game that I've recently played, this new update just dropped for the game, and it makes it one of the best, if not the best, Sonic Roblox experiences I've ever played. Introducing Nexus Framework. This game is basically a combination of gameplay from the Boost trilogy, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Generations. And with the recent update version 2, I got to play it today, and oh my god, this game is peak. Not just peak, it's a masterpiece. I think that's the same thing, but this game is amazing. With so many great level design choices, to great playable characters, great gameplay, great movement. I could go on and on about this game. But here, I'm going to make a full video about it. And yes, one little announcement I have to make. Sonic's birthday is in 2 days, or 3 days, as the time of recording this video. And I'm dang near excited for that game. Birthday. Sonic's birthday, it's gonna be 33 years old. And man, 33 years since the franchise started is a huge accomplishment, honestly. And man, all the crazy stuff throughout the years is just insane. But overall, I'm not talking about any of the official Sonic games. We're going to be saving a big video for that day. Without further ado, let's dive into Nexus Framework and what makes it a masterpiece. Let's get into it. Before we get into the version 2.0 stuff, I want to briefly talk about version 1. The original version, the one that came out 4 months ago or something like that. Anyways, this version was awesome. It had so many cool stuff in it that I haven't seen in any Roblox game yet. Yeah, it was just super creative to take something from the Boost trilogy of games, which, mind you, some of the best games in the series, and just turn it into a phenomenal time. During the time, there were a couple playable characters, like Sonic, Shadow, Silver, Metal Sonic, and Tails, and even Unleashed Sonic. There was a lot here. Unfortunately, though, we only had an Apollo's hub world and this test stage to run through. No any official stages yet, which was fine, honestly. This test stage was pretty fun, and the Apollo's world was nice to see, but I wish we got to see more during this. So overall, version 1 was just a great time. 8 out of 10. But then version 2 comes out, and oh my god. First of all, this decided to add actual stages to the game. We only got 2 stages, 4 if you count the Sonic and Shadow day and night cycle, but we'll get into that later. Those being Windmill Isle and Emerald Coast, and these are some of the great selections. Windmill Isle is taken from the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed, which is not very great, but I love that level. This level is actually peak. And Emerald Coast, pretty good as usual. I really like the one in Sonic Adventure, and I really like the version they did here. But let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay for Sonic and Shadow. Yes, if you haven't heard, Sonic and Shadow are both in this game, and they both control amazing. Starting off with Sonic, he controls basically how you want him to. Fast, freely, and just fun to play. However, his boost and style of levels are just really fun. And also, he's in the daytime for his levels, and which is very actually fitting, since in Sonic Unleashed, he takes the day role for his boosting levels. and his levels are honestly one of the most fun. Even though Sonic and Shadow's levels are basically the same, it's still really fun to run around these levels. And oh boy, we'll get to Shadow later. But overall, Sonic's levels, which are the same as Shadow's, are pretty fun, and his gameplay is pretty fun. No where any new changes to whatnot. But then Shadow comes around, and oh boy. When I tell you that Shadow is probably my favorite character in the game, I'm not stressing. Because for one, he has his own stages. And they're in the night, which is like the cycle from Sonic Unleashed, where Sonic the Hedgehog is in the day and Sonic the Werehog's at night. But even cooler, I just found this out, he has a Chaos Blast, which can obliterate anything in this path, which has never been shown off recently before, and it's handled especially good here. Shadow's levels are so fun and so pretty too. And the results screen when you finish is peak, honestly. It looks exactly like Unleashed, and the animation and poses they make after finishing is super expressive. The point I'm trying to get here is just please check this game out. It's such a creative piece of art, which I'm surprised got past in Roblox. Hell, this is even made in Roblox. This is something that Sega would make, Sonic Team would make, but no, an individual creator with some creators with them made this absolute joyful masterpiece with some of the most creative ideas I've ever seen brought back in a Sonic game, hell, let alone a Sonic Roblox game. This is one of the greatest Sonic Roblox experiences, and if you haven't still played this game yet, now is your opportunity, because it's on Roblox for free. You don't have to pay any prices. You just have to go on Roblox, make an account, look up Nexus framework, and you'll get start playing. Please, play this game. You'll have a blast if you're a Sonic fan like me. This game is an absolute legend. And overall, this game deserves a masterpiece of a rating. Which means, I can't believe I'm saying this, I don't give these ratings to games often, but the amount of creativity, work, and wit, and just imagination put into all these levels, and to even the customization, yes, customization in a Sonic Roblox game, deserves it a great score. That means Nexus Unleashed is getting a 10 out of 10. For the love of God, please check this game out. You are not going to miss anything.